An integration of chakras and acupuncture was presented in the earlier video. Today's talk is focused on the very common disorder, namely anxiety. How to deal with it from the acupuncture and chakra perspective is outlined in this video. Anxiety is a common emotion when dealing with daily stresses and problems, but when these emotions are persistent, excessive, and irrational, and affect a person's ability to function, anxiety becomes a disorder. Apprehension, confusion, a sense of helplessness, repeated negative thoughts, muscle tension, palpitations, and difficulty in breathing are some of the symptoms noticed in an anxious individual. Simple strategies such as relaxation techniques, regular exercises, and yoga are effective in reducing anxiety and contributing to emotional well being. When considering yoga methodology and anxiety related problems, definitely one or more of your chakras is holding you back. The question is, which one? If you have low esteem, poor intuition, anger, are heartbroken, or are unable to express or have nightmares and are lonely, then you may be able to recognize the faulty chakra which has resulted in your suffering from anxiety and depression. Traditional Chinese medicine can help in aligning the chakras by stimulating the corresponding acupressure points. Massaging acupuncture points, which correspond to the chakras on the governing vessel and conception vessel, as mentioned in traditional Chinese medicine, can help in overcoming anxiety disorders. The easiest method would be to stimulate all the chakras in a sequential order. One can begin by stimulating the Muladhara chakra or conception vessel 1 point by simply applying Mool Bandh. This is contracting the pelvic muscles and focusing on the center of the perineum. Subsequently, the conception vessel 6 point, followed by CV12, CV17, CV22, extraordinary point HN3, and lastly, the governing vessel point 20 are massaged so that the Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agya, and finally the Sahasrara chakras are activated in that order. Pressure on each point should be lasting for 1 minute, and during the process, one should perform diaphragmatic or yogic breathing. So let's start one cycle. Apply Mool Bandh for 30 seconds to activate the Muladhara chakra by concentration in the center of the perineum. A person whose Muladhara chakra is unhealthy has a scattered brain, meaning that the person is forgetful, disorganized, or unable to concentrate or think clearly. Such a person is in low self esteem, and as the chakra heals, he feels free, self sufficient, and secure. Next, activate the Swadhisthana chakra by pressure on conception vessel 6 point. This point is 2 fingers breadth below the navel. The unhealthy chakra, which has resulted in emotional isolation and poor intuition, becomes healthy and gives a feeling of ability to create and connect power of sexual energy. Now go higher up to activate the Manipur chakra by pressure on CV12. This lies midway between the umbilicus and the xiphoid process. The unbalanced chakra, which creates anger and gives a sense of helplessness and lack of self esteem gets activated to make an individual energized, confident, and empowered. In front of the chest, now activate the Anahat Chakra by pressure on CV17 on the sternum. This can be located by a line joining the nipples with the midline or the center of the sternum at the level of the fourth intercostal space. An unbalanced chakra, which is depicted by a feeling of loneliness, jealousy, and being cold hearted, gets balanced, resulting in an open hearted person who is empathetic, trustful, and tolerant. Continue to do diaphragmatic breathing during this pressure application. Activate the Vishuddhi chakra by pressure on CV22. This point is in the center of the suprasternal fossa. With an underactive chakra, a person lacks skill in communication, and when balanced, he is able to express confidently. The next in sequence for chakra activation is the Agya chakra, which can be stimulated by pressure on the extraordinary point HN3. This point is located between the eyebrows. Anxiety, which manifests in the form of panic, fear, nightmares, tend to disappear on stimulation of this point. The last chakra to be energized is the Sahasrara chakra. This point is supposed to control all the body channels, and when balanced, you feel spiritual and blessed. It is located on the head of the junction of a line joining the upper border of the ears and the midline. On GV20, after pressure for 1 minute, massage for another minute in a forward direction in the direction of the GV meridian flow. This will give a sense of tranquility. An anxious mind becomes peaceful and connected to the universe. On completion of one cycle, if you feel a particular chakra is responsible for the anxiety, then one can go back again to the particular chakra and stimulate it once more. If one is suffering from an anxiety disorder, then the cycle may be repeated 2 to 3 times in a day. Now, recognize the anxiety in yourself and free your mind with this new acupressure tool to normalize your chakras. Good luck.